Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm Father Diego, and this is the message of the Gospel for today, Friday of the Octave of Easter. We listen today from the Gospel of John, chapter 21, verses 1 to 14. After this, Jesus revealed himself again to his disciples at the Sea of Tiberias. He revealed himself in this way. Together were Simon Peter, Thomas called Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, Zebedee's son, and two others of his disciples. Simon Peter said to them, "I am going fishing." They said to him, "We also will come with you." So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. When it was already dawn, Jesus was standing on the shore, but the disciples did not realize that it was Jesus. Jesus said to them, "Children, have you caught anything to eat?" They answered him, "No." So he said to them, "Cast the net over the right side of the boat, and you will find something." So they cast it, and were not able to pull it in because of the number of fish. So the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he tucked in his garment, for he was lightly clad, and jumped into the sea. The other disciples came in the boat, for they were not far from shore, only about 100 yards, dragging the net with the fish. When they climbed out on shore, they saw a charcoal fire with fish on it and bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish you just caught." So Simon Peter went over and dragged the net ashore, full of 153 large fish. Even though there were so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, "Come, have breakfast." And none of the disciples dared to ask him, "Who are you?" because they realized it was the Lord. Jesus came over and took the bread and gave it to them, and in like manner the fish. This was now the third time Jesus was revealed to his disciples after being raised from the dead. Alright, let's gonna say that this is actually the fourth time that Jesus revealed to his disciples. For whatever reason, is not taking on account the appearance to Mary Magdalene at the beginning of chapter 20. But anyway, this is the fourth time that Jesus appears to his disciples. Common elements from the other narratives. The disciples were unable to see Jesus. They were together, and at the end there is a meal. Have you ever wondered why always a meal after or in the midst of the appearance of Jesus? Interesting. Hungry people. Anyway, three parts on this particular narrative. First of all, the setting, the description of the situation, the scene, the characters, the place, the situation. Then the fishing and the miraculous fishing, and at the end, the meal. But something that calls my attention is the attitude of Peter and his fellow disciples to going back to kind of normal life after the resurrection, and after they already had celebrated Easter. Well, not Easter. This is the celebration of Passover, of course, Passover. They went back to normality. They went fishing like nothing happened here. Everything is normal. Everything is the same. And then Jesus appeared in the midst of them when they are struggling to catch some fish, and the order of Jesus: cast the net over the right side and you will find something. And then the wonder, the miraculous catching of fish, 153. There are many different theories trying to explain this number, but anyway, it's not our business today. Something normal that the disciples were doing, something that they were used to do every single day, became extraordinary, became out of normal. Why? Because of the presence of the risen Lord. They were trying to go back to normal, but the presence of the risen Lord created something extraordinary. Why? Because the experience of abundance, that's resurrection, the experience of abundance of His love and His life that erupts in the midst of the ordinary to make it extraordinary. How can we experience the extraordinary manifestation of God in our lives right in the midst of this situation we are living? I remember one sign in, I think it was in the metro in Korea, that says, when all this pass, we cannot go back to normal because things weren't normal. Yes, when all these of the coronavirus and all this stuff pass, we cannot go back to normal. And I think that's what we proclaim every year when we celebrate Easter. Things cannot be normal again because the resurrection of Jesus Christ, the experience of the resurrection of Jesus Christ in our lives is the manifestation of the extraordinary life that Jesus brings to all of us, to all those who confess that Jesus is risen. What can be the extraordinary in your life through the experience of the resurrection of Jesus? And have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I'll see you on Monday with the message of the gospel. God bless. Bye now.